Brilliant. So next up, we're going to have a very interesting speech about blockchain and AI safety. So we're going to see what's popping. Our guest is Bianca Trovò, also known as biancasama, understand? And yeah, floor is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me properly? So I'm going to talk about the intersection of blockchain and AI safety, which is actually a talk I gave 2 years ago at ETH Brussels. And it was in its early stages. People were not talking about AI safety that much. So actually, my panel back in the day was a panel with Nicolas Bacca, co-founder of Ledger, and we were discussing about the intersection of AI in general and blockchain. Here, I want to show you how blockchain can provide human verification in the agentic AI era, and how AI safety can be applied on crypto platforms. How can I go next? Yes, there is a... Next? Okay, perfect. Okay, grazie. Okay, so as we know, the internet was made for the humans, so I just want to make a disclaimer. I am independent, I'm an independent consultant, so any of the companies that are mentioned are not like, I have no conflict of interest with this company. Specifically this one I've been mentioning a lot, but because it's the only one that I've found in the crypto space that actually mentions and works around the concept of AI safety. So the internet was made for humans. This means that most of the verification systems were based on verifying if a human was actually a human. So KYC, CAPTCHA, MFA, all these systems were made to distinguish a human from a machine. So the key concept was about identification. What changed in the past years is that with the creation of autonomous AI agents, evolving from AI bots, the internet, in particular social media, became overflowed with bots for which we cannot verify human identity anymore. So there are more and more companies that are taking the concept of proof of humanhood and proof of personhood, which used to exist in crypto industry since many years ago, but they are like combining this to solve the Sibyl attacks that are induced by AI chatbots. In particular, this company called Very AI, they just raised 10 million in fund for creating AI safety in the age of autonomy. Because the problem is that AI safety so far has been concerned mainly with the existential risks related to the superintelligence explosion. So if you have time, we can go deeper into this topic, but the main idea is that most of the research in AI safety is trying to study the problem of misalignment of intents of AI advanced systems, but is not really focusing on the digital security problem that is created by how this AI from a frontier model can basically break cybersecurity that was previously built for humans. So probably you remember that most of the famous proof of personhood and proof of humanhood, for example, WorldCoin and other companies were made around the biometric data. For example, image recognition, face recognition, retina recognition. This company specifically wants to use palm recognition. Because it's considered, biometrics for identity is considered more safe, and their main concept is basically to move from a KYC to KYA, so know your agent. So the problem is not just about identification of humans, it's about what happens once we delegate all the power to AI agents, specifically in context of e-commerce, agent-to-agent commerce on the blockchain, where basically agents can make decisions for us. they can purchase goods, they can trade, they can pay humans, and they can also coordinate other agents in complex layers. So the problem is not about identification anymore, it's about authorization. Because humans have limited resources, but agents, they can scale into an infinite level. So there is basically a problem of the speed of the agents that can create more opportunities for cybersecurity breaches, civil attacks, and so on. And blockchains basically can give this verifiability through behavior, both in the terms of like human biometrics that can be recorded and put on chain, but also in terms of like the traceability of the immutable logs that correspond to the AI agents. Just a note about this tweet recently. Still, we are in a very nascent era. Even if we are creating the systems for, secure human recognition in AI agents authorization, AI is evolving so fast that, for example, recently you probably have heard about ChatGPT 2.0 image, and many users started posting on the internet and playing around with the images and using their palms for, like tarot kind of reading. And this is a very massive problem in terms of cybersecurity, because basically it means that these models are becoming more and more general. They're able to extrapolate information, and basically the field of AI is moving faster than the field of blockchain and crypto. The Ethereum Foundation has created this page on AI agents, and there is this new lab and department about DAI, decentralized AI, in which basically they want to propose an improvement by running AI agents on-chain. The reason is that they believe that by putting AI agent behavior on-chain, we can ensure that the system is transparent, because basically the behavior can be audited and constrained. However, the main problem is that there is a difference between behavioral verifiability, which is what you can actually encode on the blockchain, which is basically an upgrade of systems like dashboard systems such as Datadog's observability, that is used to trace and monitor what an AI agent is doing. Similar systems, for example, are provided also by Google ADK, Agent Deployment Kit. And there is a difference between the reasoning of the AI agents, which is the main concern of AI safety, which means the brain of the AI. What the AI is actually thinking, what is the chain of thought that is leading to a specific output. And mechanistic interpretability is a main problem that is studied by Anthropic, by Google DeepMind. It's basically computational neuroscience applied to the AI, to study the brain of the AI. And this is something that is the real black box, not the behavior, but the brain of the AI. And this is not possible to put on-chain. In fact, but recently I've run this study, and we developed a platform, sort of like a simple sandbox, trying to study the problem of indirect prompt injection. And the problem in agentic commerce, specifically, we were using the AI, the agentic payment protocol that has been, it's a new protocol, AP2, developed by Google. And it's supposed to guarantee improved security in terms of like cryptography and authorization mandates, because basically the idea is that you are not just verifying the AI agent, you are verifying that the AI agent has a mandate from a human in order to operate in a system of payments. So, because the problem is the scale in time, how long the agent, once it has been given authorization, can be autonomously make decision and continue, for example, purchasing goods. But the problem that we found is that actually even AI agents that are authorized, they can be misaligned. A misalignment is a problem related to incentives. In this way, incentives relates the problem of AI safety and blockchain. What does it mean? It means that as much as humans can behave in a misaligned way because they may try to scheme to gain incentives on blockchains, in crypto we have known these cases for years, AI agents can do the same. The reasons might be different, they might be for self-preservation, but still it means that AI agents might perform a behavior that from the outside it looks like it's compatible with the human intention, but in the inside, in terms of like the chain of thought and the reasoning of the AI agent, is misaligned. And so this is a main problem of the inner and outer alignment that is not being solved by the AI safety, but can cause, for example, the fact that AI agents basically behave like humans because the AI is not programmed anymore. It's basically kind of like an organism that is being grown. So once it develops, it becomes independent. And the main problem, for example, is that once an AI agent is able to make decisions on its own, it can also be manipulated. Semantic manipulation can happen in the form of prompt injection, indirect prompt injection, which is simply as, for example, marketing that is used for distorting human behavior and like convincing people to purchase something. Well, also the machine can fall for that. So if you write a specific announcement of a product in a way to make it sound captivating, the AI might be misled and not respect the constraint that has been given by the human instructions, which are for optimizing a certain type of purchases. So basically, there is this like poisoning of the reasoning of the AI, which can lead to very bad consequences if we consider like a high scale of agentic commerce behavior. So my main point is that to make a blockchain work for AI safety and AI safety principles work for crypto and blockchain, what we need now is human verification. This is something that Vitalik Buterin recently has been discussing. He wrote on his blog an article around secure LLMs, and his main point is that right now a must might be a two-factor confirmation system that is both human and AI. Which means that we need to always keep the human in the loop in the process of digital identity and crypto transactions and AI verification. So it's very interesting how with blockchain we started from having like digital first NFTs that were like the notarization of physical goods and kind of like the proper proof of existence, and now we are coming back to a more grounding, like to the physical world, which can be, you know, faces, human faces, AI retina, palms, and so on. So to conclude here, I invite you also to look back at this talk that we gave, that I gave 2 years ago. It's still on the Ethereum website, the IF Brussels conference. And I think you're going to see how the field actually has evolved so fast that we cannot just talk about decentralized AI and decentralized blockchain with the AI agents without considering AI safety. And at the same time, we need to consider also proof of humanhood and human verification as an important part of human in the loop for the process of guaranteeing cybersecurity and safety in most of transactions and specifically agentic commerce. Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca. We have time for one question, if there is any from the public. And in the meantime, if panelists from the next panel can reach the stage. If there isn't, I do have one question actually. You mentioned observability, you mentioned Datadog, you mentioned a few other players. Why do you think that's relevant and important to add to your point, to have a good structure in observability?
Yeah, so basically, from what I'm understanding, the new protocols that have been developed by the Ethereum Foundation and in general on blockchain and crypto are trying to level up what, for example, these companies, centralized, like companies like Google and Datadog are doing off-chain. Observability basically means we have like a way to track whatever the agent is doing with timestamps, but this doesn't occur on-chain. So I think, in a way, what the Ethereum Foundation is proposing is to recreate the same layer of structure on-chain. However, this is not enough. So having like the agent behavior completely transparent is not enough to guarantee that the intent of the AI agent is aligned with the human intent. So that was my point. So observability, it's not equivalent to interpretability, which is, let's say, what happens in the brain of the AI, which is the real black box.
Got it, absolutely. Now a round of applause for Bianca.